Hey YouTube, good morning, good afternoon, good evening wherever you are. Once again, James here from OJ Motion Design, and today we want to look at how you can retarget a character. So movements from one character onto the other, and it's fairly easy and simple if you do it right. So basically, this is a character from the library, and it's a fairly simple character but really well done. Kudos to the modeler. Just gonna go here and I want everything to show. Okay, so here's our guy. So for us to transfer some animation or movements, we need to first rig the character so that we can get some animation. So I do not have that time to do the animation, to do the rigging right now. So we're gonna take a shortcut and use Mixam, and here's we are in Mixam. So let's just upload a character. But before that, Mixam only accepts FBX and OBJ, stuff like that. So for that reason, let's go back to Cinema, and I'll export this file. Export. I'll use FBX, and then retargeting. Let's just be organized a little bit for German. There we go. Our guy is gone already. So let's just dive into German, and I'll simply drag to do looking for the file. So drag in here, and takes a little bit of time. And there we go. That's our guy. Next, and here is where you now do your rigging. So there's a magnification little box that's gonna appear here to show you exactly precisely where you put your joints, if we can call them that. So the chin is gonna be over here. From your magnification you can see what's happening, and the left wrist onto the left wrist. Elbows, I'll do this pretty faster because you guys already know how to do this. If you don't, you can always slow down the video. And yeah, the knees left to the left, and the groin finally over there. Then take less than a minute to do the rigging, especially if the character is not, the mesh is not really that dense or heavy. We'll be there in a moment. There you go. Sorry, there's our guy. Press next. It will warn you if you had uploaded another character before, so it will give you a notification that it's getting rid of that particular one. So let's just do that, and there we are. So inside Mixamo there is a place for characters and there's a place for animations. We don't need a character because we already have one. And let's look for something interesting, like maybe a dance or something. Gosh, I can see nothing. Let's look for the music. Oh, let's look for dance. I tell you, these guys are crazy. They're on steroids. Let's take this one, hip hop dancing. And you can elongate frames by doing this. I'm not really going to do that. I just take it back to 0 and then take it to 150. And then let's see what this bad boy can do. He's on steroids. Space just so that the hands don't interact with the body, but you'll do it the best way you want. I always don't like using Mixamo. I do my rigging on my own, but for the sake of tutorial, let's do that. Then I'll go to download. I like animating in 24 frames per second always. I do not know why, guys, but that's what I do. So let's go to downloads, and Where was it? Hip hop dancing. There we go. Awesome. I also want another one where I just want to download this guy without any animation. So that's okay. How do I do that? So I don't know how to remove animation in this thing, but well, good. You just close that thing and it gives you. So I just want to download him in original pose. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing it for the sake of the tutorial. You'll see why. And then retargeting for, let's just call it original pose. Original pose. Save. It's good to be organized. When your scene starts becoming heavy, a lot of things always go wrong. So here's our guy. I'll move him onto the side, like over there, and then I'll merge our dancing guy. Merge project, hip hop dancing. There you go. Okay. No. Oh, we exported your camera. I didn't know. Then I'll just create a null because we're at 0 and call him dancing. Of course, everything else. There we go. So all this dancing go in here. And there's the original boy. Let him just stay there. And if you look at our scene now, without these bones, I remember we had 150 frames on the other side, so I'll make it 150 and stretch this all the way. Also, my project settings. To go to your project settings, simply press Ctrl D or Command D, and here you are. I'm at 24, so I'm okay. And then let's get the other guy who has no animation onto him. Merge project, original pose, open. There we go. So again, get rid of this. So let's just say original pose. Typing is not the best thing for animators. You guys both know that. You all know that, sorry. So there we go. So I'll take our original pose guy, move him a bit to the left. So the difference between this guy and that guy is the fact that this one is rigged, this is not rigged. So let's see if we can work with both of them together. So what we're gonna do, we go to our, let me place our dancing guy over here. So the hierarchy just flows from right to left, from left to right, depending on how you look at it. I also don't want to see this guy's bones. So what's going to happen here is fairly simple. Go to the dancing guy, no, the guy we want to transfer this thing to, over here, the bones. And then what's going to happen, you say, you go to, you come on over here, say rigging tags, retarget. And once you have this retarget thing, it will give you a source, a slot for source and a slot for target. So our source will be our dancing guy. So take this, take the dancing guy, and then the target will be our own guy here now. Okay, so take this, take original pose, and as you can see, it snapped into that position and assumed the dancing position as we did that. I love it when things work in 3D animation, when I do things and they work. Not so much when I do them and they don't work. It really always is annoying. You animators and motion graphic artists know that. Now, this we've done with a guy who's rigged. And what about our original guy who produced all this? This guy is the father of all this other guy. So what if our father can also, inherit our dancing moves and styles without being rigged, no bones, no nothing? Well, that's still possible. So what we're gonna do is we can go to our guy, maybe the dancing guy, or even this guy, because remember both of them have the animation. But I'll just go to our dancing guy. It doesn't matter, you can use either. And then I'll go to my over here to my deformers and load point cache. Okay, so once I load the point cache, I want the point cache to sit inside this guy, but above the skin, above the rigging skin. So place it in, make sure it's on top of the skin. That's very important. So then no, that's wrong. Sorry guys, let me not mislead you. Come here and go to rigging tags, and get a point cache. Okay, and a point cache, click store and then enable and use deformer and transform, then click on calculate. It's done already. You've seen those guys dancing to the jump. Now after this, now go to our boy and now go to where we were before. I hope I didn't mislead anybody, guys. Select this. I pressed Alt because I wanted the point cache to be on him. You don't have to. And then make sure this is below him. Okay, all right. And then now point cache will give you the space for the tag. Okay, click this, and what do we want to use to do that? That guy over there. Now this movement has happened because of me using that Alt, and remember the guy has his axis at the center, so it shouldn't be a big issue. You can just go here and zero out the Y. Shortcut for zeroing out any parameters here is just right click onto any of these arrows, left or right. Okay, so let's try and see if our father has inherited anything from his sons. I mean, think about so many ways, how many ways you can use this thing. Maybe you have a TVC, a TV commercial that you're making, and it consists of a group of dancers, whatever, you just go and animate one guy, rig and animate one guy. Then if they're supposed to be performing in a formation, then you just duplicate those guys and then give them that, and then maybe even send out as an alembic. You bring it back. Your scene is now simply very light. So guys, if you like this kind of tutorials, if you enjoyed this, if it's helped you in any way, please subscribe. Please subscribe so we can make even more tutorials that you're gonna love, that are gonna help us as animators and motion graphics artists to go to the next level. With that said, please hit subscribe and the bell button so you don't miss anything. You get notifications whenever I post something that is cool, and we can all enjoy together and learn together. Look at these guys.